Hello and welcome to the Scum and Villainy Report. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? It looks like Bill Maher is finally confronting Mark Cuban on his show, pushing back against Cuban's downplaying of the left's threat to free speech.
Carol Hart saying, "We're dealing with a company, the head of which has aggressively injected himself into the presidential race and made it clear what his point of view is." Yes, because he lives in America, and he can do that. It has nothing to do with this, and, the right thinks that the left is in a very different place with free speech than they have been before, and they're not wrong. They're not wrong.
Maher introduces Elon Musk as a figure who, for better or worse, represents America in all its complexities. He points out Musk's recent achievement, the successful launch and booster catch of the world's largest, most powerful rocket.
Landing burn has been ignited. We're now down to 3 Raptor engines. We can see those chopsticks now in the air.
Megabilla has caught the booster.
That's Elon Musk for you, pushing the boundaries of technology. But his outspoken political views, especially on social media, make him a controversial figure. His critics might find his views hard to swallow. But as Maher points out, Musk has every right to speak his mind.
Right now, Elon Musk is hopping about the country, spewing and tweeting political falsehoods and attacking FEMA while claiming his desire to help the hurricane victims.
Here we're dealing with a company that is the head of which has aggressively injected himself into the presidential race.
Maher highlighted this recent clash between Musk's SpaceX and the California Coastal Commission. SpaceX was looking to expand its operations at Vandenberg Space Force Base, but the commission denied the request. And here's the kicker. They based their decision solely on Musk's political opinions. Think about that for a second. A state agency rejecting a company's request solely because they don't like the CEO's politics. That's exactly why Musk is now suing California, calling it a blatant violation of his First Amendment rights.
This is arrogant. You don't punish somebody. It would be like if we stopped Henry Ford from making the cars because we didn't like what
but can you take one anecdotal example? One idiot, right? Truly an idiot to stop.
This is not an idiot. This is someone with power.
An idiot with power is not unusual.
Okay, but that's... Right. No, but having power matters.
Maher was floored, comparing it to stopping Henry Ford from making cars because of his political views. This lawsuit centers on a core American value. You don't punish someone's business because of their beliefs.
Hold social media platforms accountable for the hate infiltrating their platforms because they have a responsibility to help fight against this threat to our democracy. And if you profit off of hate, if you act as a megaphone for misinformation or cyber warfare, if you don't police your platforms, we are going to hold you accountable.
I think we need to push back on this. There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or hate speech, and especially around our democracy.
But I also think there are Americans who are engaged in this kind of propaganda. And whether they should be civilly or even in some cases criminally charged.
And Maher isn't the only one concerned. Political figures like Kamala Harris, Tim Walz, and Hillary Clinton have recently called for stronger measures to control what they deem misinformation. But where does that line get drawn? Musk's case shows the real-world impact of such calls for censorship.
But it's just the attitude that I find scary. that they're far too willing to stifle freedoms, including speech, for the sake of safety or misinformation, sometimes which is coming from everybody. It's, no one has a monopoly on it. Or just power.
You say nobody
it's just
has a
power.
monopoly on it. Come on. That's some moral relativism right there.
I said nobody has a monopoly.
You said nobody has a monopoly on it, but that's like saying nobody has a monopoly on being a billionaire. He's got that monopoly up here. I mean,
As you can see, the conversation took an interesting turn. Scarborough implied that misinformation is mainly a problem on the right, completely overlooking how political allegiance blinds both sides. Marr pushed back, challenging the idea that misinformation is only a one-sided issue. This debate shows a deep fracture within the Democratic Party itself. Marr, despite leaning Democrat, is frustrated enough to call out his own side, not because he's changed, but because the landscape has shifted around him.
It's not me who's changed. It's the left, who is now made up of a small contingent who've gone mental and a large contingent who refuse to call them out for it. But I will.
Marr's stance is a reminder that we need more voices willing to question their own side. Cuban and Scarborough might benefit from following his lead. Sometimes, self-reflection is the best way forward. What do you think? Is Bill Maher's stance a sign of shifting tides in the media, or just a blip in the noise? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want more content that digs into the tough questions, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.